Ladies and gentlemen, good evening and welcome once again to this annual and most successful to date dinner of the Foreign Policy Association. In case you hadn't figured it out, the purpose of all of this, in addition to honoring John Bond, is to make money. And the total for the evening has, for the first time in FPA history, topped $1 million. Now, that's a minuscule amount of money compared with the total assets of the Hong Kong-Shanghai Banking Corporation, also known as HSBC, in order to show that it has become truly international and is no longer rooted in just Hong Kong and Shanghai. In July of 1998, at my first meeting as chairman of the International Committee of Banking Supervisors, we decided that we were going to have a major change in the way that banks were supervised and how they were expected to keep capital. The driving philosophy behind this proposal is, as I stated it then and have many times since, to make really good bankers be better bankers by having the supervisory system be consistent with how a good bank is run. It probably would be the kiss of death for any banker, for the senior bank supervisor in the world, to say that he had John Bond in mind, but I in fact did have John Bond in mind. The test of a bank is how good is its strategy and how well does it execute it, and then how healthy does it keep itself. The Hong Kong-Shanghai Bank, as it was then known, had the greatest temptation that can befall a bank, and that is to become a victim of its own success. It was monumentally successful in its home turf of Hong Kong, immensely profitable, and could have made the fatal error of resting on those laurels and dying over time. But rather, its management made the audacious move of taking its headquarters from Hong Kong to London in 1992. I'd like to give John credit for that, but in fact he was in Buffalo, New York in 1992, doing a very good job running their business of the Marine Midland Bank. However, as you saw from the film, he began to take over the leadership of the company shortly thereafter. And they have expanded their activities to a very well-balanced platform of strength in many areas of the world. That is the nature of a good banking strategy. Their execution drives all of their competitors nuts because they are very, very good day-to-day bankers, which means they know how to make a loan, collect it, they know how to offer services and charge an appropriate fee so that there's a good return on capital, and therefore it would not surprise you to know that they are, depending on the market from day to day, either the second or the third most highly capitalized bank in the world, depending on market capitalization. Quite an achievement. The man leading a very, very successful team who has done all that, and it is the team that is responsible for the victory, but the leader of the team is the single most responsible person, and therefore it is with great pleasure that I introduce to you the chairman of the HSBC Group and my very dear friend, Sir John Bond.